Yo, this is your boy Ringo back again with a new video, Ringo TV Raw. Another day at the office. Today's topic, what I'm going to deal with, is black women aren't strong. They're actually very weak, very emotional, and can't handle truth. And I want this video to be a lesson to you black women who are very emotional, very weak, you have thin skin, you're unable to receive any sort of truth. No one could talk to you because you're always offended. To see women like that have no control over their emotions, because when they view videos, they don't see the video as a teaching. They don't see videos as a learning tool by which someone is sharing their thoughts about a particular issue, and whomever those issues apply to, those people need to deal with those issues and make the corrections. What these women tend to do is, when they see videos on YouTube, they sign for the package and believe that you're talking directly to them. And see, it always goes back to the saying, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. When I make videos, I'm here to teach. I'm here to give truth. I'm not here to bullshit people. I'm not here to play no fucking games. I don't really have time for the emotions of black women. I really don't. I'm a very busy guy. Got a very busy schedule. I'm a working man. You know, I just don't sit around here just making videos 24/7. I actually have a job. You know, I have a career. You know, and I do a lot more outside of YouTube. That's why I don't, spend my time, commenting all day and responding to every single person. I got PM messages, books of PM messages by hundreds of people, and I can't even respond because I don't have no time. But today, I had got a ringtone and I saw a comment by a black woman who appeared to be very offended. And I'm trying to figure out, why is this woman offended? Why is this woman so angry with me because of my opinions and thoughts that are my opinions and thoughts? Like, how could a person be offended at someone and be so bitter and angry over the truth about an issue that a brother brought to light? It only means one thing, that whatever I said in my videos apply to that woman. Not only that woman, but any woman who get offended by any videos where I make concerning black women or issues that black women deal with, go through, or practice, and you find yourself offended, is because you're a weak woman. You're very weak. You have thin skin. You don't like correction. You don't like hearing no truth. You don't like to hear anything that goes against your way of life. And if anyone says anything against black women, you sign for the package because you're so weak that you take it as if though someone's talking to you. Listen, if I don't call your name, shut the fuck up. Real talk. Because if I don't know you, why the fuck you upset? Real talk. Like, do you walk around the street getting offended because other people don't like black people? Do you walk around the street mad as fuck and start complaining and telling everybody how offended you are because of their thoughts and their opinions about you? If that's you, you're a weak person. Very weak. You have thin skin. You're the type of person that will cry at the sight of viewing a movie. You'll cry at any scene that appears to be sad, as if though it's fucking real. It's acting. What the fuck you crying for? See, you have weak skin. Your emotions go off like a fucking pop safety valve. When the pressure is up, the pressure relief valve goes off in the boiler room. Why? Because the pressure's building up. And that's how most black women are. They have all of this emotion. It's like pressure. They don't know how to control it. So what they do is they lash out on anyone who appear to be standing firm on their beliefs. You see, black women are the main kind of women who you cannot talk to about anything without them being offended. And it's sick because it makes men not even want to talk to you. It's like, how are you in real life? Like, are you the type of person who just run people away from you? Because, you know, the happy, jolly type person is more welcoming of, you know, criticism, videos that deal with issues. They're not sitting there talking about, I'm offended, I'm mad, I'm offended. What the fuck you offended for? Did what I say apply to you? Obviously, it does. Because see, here's the thing. If you're a black woman and you're listening to my video and you're a educated, working, quality black woman who have resources, you are productive, and you take care of business and have a pretty much good life, then when you view videos from me and I deal with issues concerning encouraging black women, rebuking black women, dealing with the issues that black women go through, and I offer solutions, and I also speak on the problems as if I'm a doctor or physician who you come to the clinic or the hospital and I run an evaluation test on you to pretty much find out what's the problem. And when I give you the bad news, your job is not to get mad at me being a doctor. Your job is to sit down, shut the fuck up, listen to what I gotta say, which is a solution that can help you overcome your bullshit. But I find that most black women can't seem to tolerate truth. You can't talk to them. I got women who come into my comment section and they're all in their feelings as if though I personally attacked them. And I'm saying to myself, that person's weak. That person's the type that will cry everywhere they go. They'll complain about everybody on their job as if though everybody on their job is wasting their time thinking about them. Nobody don't give a fuck about a lot of you people, man. Real talk. When you go to work and you worrying about who talking to you, talking about you, nobody talking about your ass. You ain't got a motherfucking thing going for yourself for anybody to be talking about you. But for whatever reason, because you're paranoid, because you're, suffering from different issues, mental issues, and other emotional problems, you're so paranoid you think everybody's talking about you. I don't see how could a woman view any of my videos and say she's offended. How could you be offended? How can you be offended at truth? It makes no sense. Now, a particular lady came into one of my topics, and I'm going to quote what she said. She said, and this is in a video where I'm talking about black women who wear fake hair. Now, what's interesting is the title of my video is What's Up with Black Women and Their Love for Fake Hair. Now, why the fuck would any woman viewing my videos, right, be offended because of my thoughts, my opinions on what's up with black women and their love for fake hair? How could that offend you if you don't have fake hair? How can that offend you? See, it offends you as a black woman because you know I'm speaking the truth. You see, if I'm just here talking bullshit and you love yourself and it is what it is and you good and happy with what you're doing, you would pay me no mind. I would not even be worthy of you wasting your time to tell me how you feel in terms of being offended. It makes no fucking sense. It only shows that you're weak and that you're in your feelings and you want everyone to pretty much kiss your ass. But here on Ringo TV Raw, we don't kiss the asses of women. We're here to give you the truth. Now, this woman said, and I quote, as a woman with natural hair, let's stop right there. She said that she has natural hair. Now, if you have natural hair, why the fuck are you offended? Do you understand my point, ladies and gentlemen? And this is why I can't really have conversations with many black women, because you can't speak to them about anything. They're always offended. They're always in their feelings. Everything to them is a personal attack. Everything to them is you're bashing black women. You can't have a fucking conversation with any black woman without them complaining. Complaining, you hate black women, you hate this, you're bashing black women. Please shut the fuck up with the fucking bullshit ass comments about me being a fucking hater of black women. I have a wife, she's a black woman. I have 4 daughters, they're black young girls, beautiful young girls. That's why I practice polygyny, teach on polygyny, because I got much love for black women. I can't have only one black woman. So if I practice and teach on polygyny, have a wife, have 4 daughters, and it seems like everything I talk about relates around black women, then that means that I have to possibly love black women and be attracted to them to the point where it concerns me about the issues they deal with. So please stop talking that bullshit about me bashing black women. How the fuck am I gonna bash black women? For what? The only person who would feel bashed is a person who is a fucked up mentality, who has a fucked up mentality, who is doing the things that I'm talking about, and for whatever reason, they're not comfortable. Because if you are comfortable with what you're doing, and if what you're doing is right, you won't give a fuck about me. That's like if I'm talking about homosexuality is a mental disorder, which is clearly documented in records, in books. And yet you get offended by that and say, I hate gay people. Just because I spoke the truth that homosexuality is in fact a mental illness that is documented in the record books, in the medical books. This is a fact. But yet, because some people are emotional and don't know how to control their emotions because they suffer from mental issues, they'll assume that I hate people just because I spoke the truth. And this is how it is with black women. If I speak on what's up with black women and their love for fake hair, I got women being offended. And I'm trying to figure out, why are you offended? If what you're doing is cool. You're wasting your fucking time telling me you're offended because I don't really care if you're offended. Take that up with the issues that you are pretty much practicing. Obviously, you don't feel comfortable with yourself. Obviously, my words affect you. Obviously, you know that I'm speaking the truth, but you don't have enough, you don't have enough humbleness to humble yourself and remove your pride and ego and actually say, you know what, Brother Ringo, you're speaking the truth. I'm going to listen to what you got to say. But no, because most black women are prideful, arrogant, self-centered, to them, everything they do is correct. If you speak against them, you're the enemy. If you criticize them, you hate black women. If you talk about a black woman in any sort of regard, you're bashing black women. That's sad. Now, the woman said, as a woman with natural hair who has had braids but no weaves, I am so offended by this. I mean, really, this is the most hateful thing I have ever heard. I choose not to wear a weave, but that's my choice. You're calling women bitches for wearing weave? This is just sad. Now, what's sad is the woman who posted that comment. I'm gonna tell you why. She said this is the most hateful thing I have ever heard. Really? So me talking about what's up with black women and their love for fake hair is the most hateful thing you have ever heard. So when white people call black people niggas, that's not more hateful than what I said. Do you see how the black women give white people the pass? Do you see how racism is not even important to black women? Do you see how when you talk about a black woman's hair and the weave and the braids, they get more offended at you for talking about those issues than white supremacy, racism, police brutality, and the bullshit that goes on? Ain't that sad? I find it very sad that in 2017, if you talk about a black woman's hair, she will label you as a person who is hateful. Imagine that, people. If you talk about a white woman's hair, she don't give a fuck about what you say because it doesn't apply to her and she don't really care. She's gonna do whatever she wants. If you talk about an Asian woman's hair, you don't see them talking about you're bashing them. You're so hateful. I'm so offended by what you said. But when you talk about black women and what's up with their love for weave and braids and all the shit and perms, they come out, post comments on how offended they are and how this is the most hateful thing they ever heard. And I'm trying to figure out, so if a man is talking about a black woman's weave, that's more hateful to a black woman than a white man calling her a nigga. Ain't that something? That means when these women see racism, to them, it's not hateful. What's hateful to the average black woman is when you talk about their hair. I'm serious, brothers. When you talk about a black woman's hair and it pertains to weave, they become violent. And this is why I know that The majority of black women are not as strong as they say they are. They're very weak, very emotional, can't handle criticism, and if they hear or listen to videos, they assume that the person is talking directly to them, which prove that when we say if it doesn't apply, let it fly, they can't even comprehend that. I see women in my comment section posting all kinds of bullshit, and I'm trying to figure out, listen, lady, why don't you just go find your life and find something to do? Like, why the fuck you wasting your time being offended at me? So you mean to tell me everything you see on YouTube where white people are calling black people niggers, they're calling for our deaths, you don't go to those videos and talk about how much hate they're spewing? No, because that's the white man. You give him a pass. But if a man is talking about black women weave and asks the question of what's up with black women and their love for fake hair, you're more offended at that. That goes to show how vain black women are. They have more love for their weave, their braids, and their perm, more than knowledge of truth that can actually help and save their soul. And I find that to be very, very sad. So when reading that woman's comment, it just goes to show how my videos are very effective and how it get under the skin of the average black woman and it revealed to her that she has a problem. But women who have these problems with the wearing of weave, braids, perm, and so forth, they can't quit. It's like a drug. And technically speaking, it is a drug because you're putting other people's hair on your head. That's sad. That's sad. And see, some women will say, well, I don't wear weave, but I braid my hair. I'm offended. If it's fake, it's no different than a weave. So if you say you never wear a weave or you don't wear weave, that doesn't make what you're doing any better. And if you're offended by the fact that I spoke the truth, then you're only confirming that what I said is the truth because you're offended. You understand what I'm saying? If a preacher says, when you die, you're going to go to hell, and you get offended, that proves you believe in the Bible. Do you see how simple it is to make sense out of stuff? Let me repeat that again, because a lot of you women, you're slow. I know you are. You're very slow, very emotional, and you're very weak. And proof of that is you're offended. Now, if a preacher stand up in a pulpit and says, you're going to go to hell if you don't repent of your sins. If he say that and you get offended, right? And you're mad and talking about that's the most hateful thing you've ever heard. Guess what that just said? What it says is, 1, you believe what the pastor said. 2, you believe in the afterlife. 3, you know that you got sin and evil in your life that you need to overcome. That's facts, man. And see, this is why when women display a level of being offended or offense, it only confirms that what I'm speaking is the truth. Because if what I'm speaking is bullshit, if what I'm speaking doesn't make any sense, why are they offended? You know? It doesn't make no sense. If wearing the weave and the braids is cool to these women, why are they so concerned with my words? She came in there and she said, you're calling women bitches for wearing weave. Why are you concerned? Did I call you a bitch? I'm just speaking my mind. You're in your feelings as if though somebody called you a bitch. Because last time I checked, black women call each other bitches. Do you get offended when you and your friends call yourselves bitches? Because I'm pretty sure, as a woman of color, you have friends and y'all call each other bitches all the time. But you don't get offended at your own friends. But a person who is online making a video, you're offended. You're saying it's sad, but yet you'll call your own friends bitches. Hey bitch, I'm calling you to find out if you're going to the club tonight. So it's okay to call your friends bitches. But if a man talk about women and refer to them as bitches, you get offended and you sign for the package. Now, what does that say about you? It says that when I call women bitches, you're taking what I say about a particular type of woman and you're signing for the package and you're telling the whole world and you're raising your hand saying, I'm the woman Ringo is talking about. I'm mad. I'm that woman that he's speaking about in his videos. That's what you're saying. No different than when a person is in a church and the pastor says, if you're living in sin, you're going to die and you're going to go to hell. And you get offended and storm out the church and throw a bottle. That means you believe what that preacher says. It means you believe in the afterlife, and it proves that you know you got some skeletons in your closet, and what that man of God said is valid and truth and is burning your soul. And that's the only reason why you're offended. There's a saying, the truth hurts. And what I find is that many black women cannot handle that truth. This is why they get in their feelings. I'm offended. I'm offended. That's so hateful. I never heard anything so hateful. So if a person is talking about a woman's weave and her perm, that's the most hateful thing you ever heard? Really? What world you living in? That's a damn shame. Your ancestors are spinning in their grave to even hear you say that this is the most hateful thing you ever heard. You haven't heard hate till you hear the white man speak in secret. I'm gonna say that again. You haven't heard hate until you hear the white man speak on how he feel about you black people in secret. Because when you hear their private conversations, you're gonna understand what hate is. I don't hate black women. I love black women. That's why I have a black woman as a wife. That's why I have 4 daughters. Because I have love for black women. I don't have love for bitches. Do you understand the difference? I have love for black women. I don't have love for bitches. Do you understand? You see, a woman who is in her feelings, she don't understand the difference between a black woman and a bitch. She hear the word bitch, she raises her hand. Hey, Ringo's talking about me. I'm offended. Did I call your name? No. Why are you offended? Because I feel like I'm a bitch. When you say that I feel like I'm a bitch, okay, then you must be one. Because if you're going to be offended and you're going to display that your feelings is hurt, you're confirming that what I said is truth. That's the fact. That's a fact. If you're offended and I don't know you personally and you're in your feelings, you're telling everybody that what I said is the truth. You are validating me. You are letting me know that my video is effective and is 100% on point. That's the truth. So if you're a woman and you're weak and you can't handle truth, don't view my videos. Because I don't know about no other brothers, but when I speak truth. I'm here to give you this work. I don't butter nobody ears. I don't tickle ears. I don't give you no sugar messages. I give you the fucking truth, man. Real talk. If you can't handle truth, if you have thin skin, stay the fuck off my channel, man. Real talk, like real talk, man. A lot of you women, you're not mature, man. Like, go find a fucking something. Go find something to do. Like, really, like, why the fuck you hang on my channel talking about how offended you are? Like, you don't got nothing else to do with your life? Like, go cook, like, go clean, go get a job, go do something with yourself. Go find somebody else to fucking complain about. Fuck you worrying about me for? You're only confirming that I'm speaking the truth. And see, this is a problem with women. They just don't get it. The more offended you get, the more you complain, the more you're in your feelings, you are confirming that what I'm saying is the damn truth. So, with that said, leave your comments, your feedback, your hate mail. It's your boy Ringo, man. Ringo TV, raw. Another day at the office. I'm out. Peace.